Alright folks, from Kearny Mesa, we're back for the third and final, maybe final part here. This is the Scratch Division's second of two matches in the Oatatat format. Stephen Manier is the lower seed, the 4 seed, going up against 2 seed Mark Myers. He was able to win the last game, so it was not one and done for Mark. Instead, it's attempting to be 2 and through for Stephen. The winner of this game is going to win the title. Stephen, a one-time champ with us, while Mark has 6 wins, most of them coming last year. So we'll see how it plays out here. We got the fairly down and in conventional player versus the two-handed terror with Myers here. Power or accuracy? Righty or righty? Who will it be? Who do you got in this match?
Myers.
Oh, going for Myers. Of course, you two are like title buddies last year. Every time Mark Myers won, Mark Ugelmeyer seemed to win. Can't happen this year. They're both in scratch. There's all that power. It's getting that 10-pin out. Corner pins were tough to carry this weekend. If you haven't watched our other videos, they bolt on brand new pins, and even that little fractional bit more flat surface makes all the difference in things like tripping out 4s and 6s and 10s and 7s.
Yeah, they're coming a little high there.
Yeah, that seemed to be the better way to do it. Mark gets all that leg speed to generate the ball speed he needs to get that two-handed shot down that lane with the maximum amount of rotation right there. And there, gets that 10-pin out. Makes a strike on the left lane. In the last match was a weird one. We were on a pretty high-scoring lane condition today, but neither bowler in 10 frames was able to strike on the left-hand lane over on 19 and 20. They're on 17, 18 now, so a surprisingly low-scoring last game. I expect a few more X's this match. But Manier kind of fishing around a little bit here. He opened with the strike, but it's going to be spare and hopefully spare here in the third.
Can't give Myers a chance.
And the last thing you want to do is give Mark Myers an early lead, because he can put it on cruise control like just about nobody else. He's one of the best at running away and hiding with the lead. When he's trailing, he's vulnerable. Took plus 53 to make the 16 bowler match play today. It's about a 210 average. Compare that with the 180 average it took to make it yesterday. So vastly different lane conditions today.
Today was a lot easier than yesterday.
I'll give you the card.
Yeah, but not that high. He's lucky to get the 10 out there and only leave the 4-pin. In the earlier rounds, like we said, Manier qualified 4th. He got by Skylar Johnson in round 1. Just got past Valerie Riggin in round 2. And past top seed Kyle Holder in an upset in the semifinal rounds. Myers, for his part, got by his cousin Riley Dempsey in round 1. Past Kyle Karpovich. Kyle said he gift wrapped him that victory by Kyle's own words in round 2, and then past another good friend and an almost co-bowler of the year, Cameron Smith, in round 3. It was Mark and Cameron neck and neck for bowler of the year last year, and Mark just edged it out with that 4th win last year. He liked it, but then it crept up high, and kind of lucky it only had the 610.
Mark hit him twice at Canada.
That's right, yeah. Mark and Cameron definitely the odds-on favorites to repeat their bowler of the year battle this year, but you know, we'll see who comes up. Manier, not a name we talk about a lot, but he is tough. If that Kyle Holder guy decides to start bowling, you know, look out for him. Nice job on the spare. I would never recommend to anybody shooting your spares two-handed, because I just don't see how you can be accurate enough to do that. However, you should see Mark Myers bowl one-handed. It's kind of ugly. So I recommend that he shoots his spares two-handed, which he does very well. Get that 10. Wow, even with Mark Myers' power, not able to get that messenger to take out both of them. Speaking of Valerie Riggin, she was your Women's Series runner-up today for the 2nd consecutive day, I believe, as Carly Luke was able to defeat her in the Women's Series title match. Every single one of our regular season tournaments is a Women's Series event, which is kind of cool. The ladies seem to like it quite a lot. Make sure you look at the Women's Series section of our website for more information on that. If you're a women's, you're eligible. No extra fee. If you're not a women's, you're not allowed to bowl it. Sorry. Steven's key is all about rhythm and timing. If he's on, you're going to see a nice fluid arm swing, a great follow through, and great balance. That looked pretty good. And yet another half 10 though. Boy. Now it looks like the right lane is acting like the left lane did last game, where they just can not quite find the right angle for the carry there. That ball is not hitting very strongly at all for Steven. He's going to have to try something else. Look out. Oh no. And now the mental mistake of sliding by a 10. Compounds his trouble here as he's now dug himself a 23-pin deficit. You cannot dig that deficit by missing spares. Doesn't matter if it's a total walled up high-scoring shootout or a grind out, it always comes down to spares. Because if their lanes are easy, everybody's striking. It comes down to what you do in those in-between. As the great Bo always says. Well, there was the strike, and he needed a little show right there. He's going to have to show for a couple frames in a row here. Because right now, Mark is in the lead for the dough. It really is the key. You hit on it, Mark, to get Myers behind in a match. He relaxes a little bit more when he's ahead, and when he's relaxed, he can just strike all day. However, having said that, his body language tells the story there, as it looks like lane 18 is going.
They held it pretty well today.
Yeah. Yeah, consider this, they bowled 5 games, and then this is the 8th game of match play. So any pattern that holds up for 12 of 13 games is pretty good. But the bowlers have to make these adjustments now. Look out. All right. Has the 6-10. Myers wasn't able to bowl yesterday, so this is first charmer of the year. Bowler of the year this year is simply based on points. In a really long, complicated formula. It solved a few problems, it also caused a few others, so forget that. The point leader is bowler of the year, period. So do not miss tournaments. Do not throw away pins when you've made the cut and have no chance at the finals. Get every point you can. Wow, boy, oh boy. The last 2 racks in the left lane, he just completely shredded. Last time he left a 10, this time he leaves a 7. If you ever get a tripod at the 99-cent store, I recommend you be very careful with it because it's not even worth 49 cents.
Or just avoid buying a tripod at the 99-cent store. Just fork out the extra money to get an actual tripod.
Yeah, really. You know, spend the money. Daniel Tosh's mattress routine. It's a 3rd of your life. Spend the money. I really should have listened. And doing the hook ball method to spare. It's okay on a house-ish pattern like today was.
Yeah, you can do that today, yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah, good luck. Well, we've talked about Mark being a good front runner, but he's been unable to run away from Steven, and the key now is the right lane. Can Munir catch the double here? Close. Yeah! Tickles out that 7 pin. Boy, it wasn't authoritative by any means, but it did get that double. It looks like light hits are going to work better from Steven. It doesn't look like he made any major ball, line, or hand position changes. He's got an okay look at the pocket, but not great carry, and it looks like he's just going to go with it and hope that he gets the carry here. And Slaney's looked better on. Oh. Wow. I think he liked that at about 50 feet. I think he thought it was going to hold, and it did not. And instead, catastrophe. 4, 7, 10. Look out. Oh, yes! Last week at Cliff Castle, Jacob Buttriff makes the 4, 7, 10 as a lefty. This time righty Steven Munir covers up the 4, 7, 10. What great split shooting we've had a treat to see. On camera. My goodness. Boy, oh boy. Could that be a momentum change too as Munir closes with that double to within 7. Myers spare working on the tougher of the 2 lanes. In the 8th frame. Oh, every time now it's checking up on him. That looked okay at 50 feet. Fantastic finish coming. Watch part 2 to see it happen.